Hello, crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I'm here with the March Kit Club. Florals on one side, dad-inspired goodness on the other. Anybody male, actually. It doesn't have to be your dad. But there is fishing, golf, perfect for Father's Day, Dad's birthday, anything like that. So there's lots of variety in this kit club, especially with the large die of the month. I think that's like a 4 for 1. It's a good one. It's a good die set. Kit Club is open until the 27th for new subscriptions. Plus, there is a tool and machine sale going on at Spellbinders, so you can pick up extra cutting plates, maybe a trimmer or a scoreboard, along with a new machine if you need one. Better Press, Glimmer, and some die cutting machines are on sale as well. Okay, crafters, let's get into this kit club. Let's look at all the Father's Day, dad-inspired birthday goodness. Let's get started. This is the entirety of the kit club, including the Caboodle bonus. The Caboodle bonus this month is a Better Press set. That is when you purchase all 10 clubs, then you get this little gift, which is Fairways and Fish Tails, press plate, and die. These sentiments work with golf or fishing, that type of style. So this is perfect for Father's Day cards, birthday cards for men, anything like that where you'll need something unique and different. This is that set for you. You can press or glimmer, die cut once. You're getting 6 sentiments here. One reads, Reelin' the Good Life, Enjoy the Great Outdoors. That's a great one too, just for even camping, you could use some of these sentiments. Alrighty, now let's take a look at this fabulous club. This month has a lot of sentiments, and the sentiments are a small size. They are unique sentiments. Some of them are really geared towards guys, but then you do have mom, son, daughter, and then sentiments that go along with it in the clear stamp and die. Also, the Caboodle bonus and the Glimmer of the Month is another set of sentiments. So take a look at these individual ones. You'll see it clearer online if you want to see every single sentiment. But this is fun. And you get mom, and dad with this as well. Alrighty, now let's take a look at small die, large die, because Josie, you did it again. The small die of the month is Fairways and Fish Tails. You're getting 2 scenes here, a fishing scene and golf. Thumbs up. Love this. The large die of the month is Family and Friends Vignette dies. This is your 4 for 1. A floral detail that can work on its own. The cute little character, unexpected, but this is super cute. The little dinosaur here can be either masculine or feminine. Feminine with the skirt, masculine without. You even get a foundation die in here. And you're also getting this cute little dog, dad slippers, and a baseball hat. So lots of fun in here. This is part of the florals as well. So you can mix these together if you wish, or keep them all separate. In my case, I pretty much made 3 cards with this. I did the floral part, a little study there, a little study with the dinosaur. She's my favorite card, actually. And the dog, which I modeled after my dog, Tori. Fun with the family and friend vignettes. This is great. That's why it's called vignettes, I guess. 4 separate little scenes or 4 separate things. This is a great little arch too, because it is wide and small. This is a little different than the arch dies at Spellbinders because it's a little bit wider but short. So think of this like a window. You could use it like that too on your cards. And it has 2 layers. Fun. First up, this is a A6 card. 4.5 inch wide, 6 1/4 inch tall. Here is dad fishing. You get a choice of a baseball hat or a regular hat. Thumbs up for that. You get hair. You can do no hair. And the clothes, the boots, the fishing pole, the fish. Here is a tackle box, a pail, and you even get the deck that he's standing on. I love this. This is so fun. So here I'm using a lot of the new color wheel cardstock. I will link my color wheel cardstock video here so you can see the new colors, all of them, and get a real feel for it because I'm showing you in full size, not little swatches, okay? So I have to use my swatch for this. I don't know all these colors yet, crafters. For the water down here, Cascade. His pants, Celestial. For his jacket, that's a fun color, right? Especially for dad. That is Cinnamon. Look at Cinnamon for masculine cards with the blue. I think that's gorgeous. The gray here, that is Graphite. So that's the older essential cardstock. Here, that's Anchor. And then the blue is indigo, the dark blue. This is brushed silver cardstock. And then the sky is also from the color wheel. Because I've been playing with the color wheel just to see which colors I would want to order more of and just to get a feel for it. So I've been making cards lately, really focusing on it. This is the color I keep mixing up though. Windy, it's breezy here. These two are the ones that at a certain time of day, it starts to get harder to tell the difference, but they are both fabulous colors, breeze and windy. My favorite though is still Seaside and Tutu. Those are the ones that I've ordered a lot of and I'm now slowly building up my stash. I put that together, put on the boots, the fishing pole. The fish is just adorable. I love this. You could just have a whole bunch of fish too. The little deck comes together with this piece and that. Here I'm using wood grain cardstock, okay? So here would be solid if you just cut it out of cardstock. With the wood grain, you're getting that detail. This is actually still the same wood grain cardstock with that detail. So it like impresses even deeper when you use that. And then I brought on this twine, which reminds me kind of a nautical rope. At least it looks like that to me. And this is Vivant twine. I'm using the black and white. I was tempted to use the red and white. If I had the styling different, I would have probably done that. And all I did was just wrap it twice and put a nice little knot instead of a bow, because I think when you put a bow on this, it becomes feminine. So I just did a knot and I like that look. If you like this detail, just put a knot then instead. I think that's fun. This card is pretty much all of Dad here with the fishing. So fun. So it's a self-contained die set, very comprehensive. This is a 2-for-1 because it includes that golf part. For the sentiment, celebrate big today. That's the clear stamp and die. This is nearest and dearest stamp and die. You can get the stamp only, but if you're going to get this with all of this going on and the sentiments that read daughter, son, mom, and dad, it suits you to pay a few dollars more and get the coordinating die. The die will cut out all the larger sentiments and then it cuts this out. I don't know who had this fun job of measuring to my grandpa, to my grandma, and then have them all fit. I mean, that's exactly the same, but some of these other sentiments, not the same, but they do fit with the one sentiment die. So somebody had fun making this little set. This is for the set I didn't cut to grandma, but you can see like for my grandson, that's not a common sentiment that you get. Happy Father's Day, Mother's Day, home is where family is. Lots of fun sentiments here. The rest of it on the other side, I did cut with the coordinating die. I did stamp it out with black pigment ink, okay? Now for the bigger sentiment that you see here, Dad, you're the best. That's coming into the Better Press, which was just on sale the other day with the Better Press sale. Mother's and Father's Day sentiments. Love this set. Dad, you're the best. That can be just a birthday sentiment anyway. Mom, thanks for everything. Both of them can be just thank you cards or used in birthday as well. Happy Father's Day, Happy Mother's Day. You press or glimmer, die cut once. Here it is pressed out on porcelain cotton card with black Better Press ink. So I have Dad, you are the best. Celebrate big today because I have all this space. But as you can see here, this will fit on an A2 card. Assembled, Dad is 3.5 inch tall and the width is 1.25. With the deck, 4.25. With the fishing pole, 5 inches tall, okay? So even just standing here looking, he'll still be in that 4.25 inch. So you do have space. And then coming out here, it is 4 inches wide. But this is fun. Very easy to put together. You can make a bunch of them. Some of the examples you see 2 guys, so you could make our brother card or the guys hanging out fishing, that type of thing. Fun. Great job again, Josie. Up next, this is a true A2 card featuring the golf element from the small die of the month. Isn't this fun? I so love this. So you can use this little bit as water for Dad. I kept the water still. I just cut a strip of that Cascade cardstock. Or you can have it with a little ripple. Here I used it with a peridot. For the background, I came in with my 9-inch crochet and just cut a piece out of fern cardstock. This is on sale as well in the supply sale going on right now, the 9-inch crocheters. Fabulous pair of scissors. I took out a cloud stencil, used my Spellbinders large blending brush, and did some ink blending. This is with tumbled glass distress oxide. So I created the scene in the back. Then I wanted to have more fun with it because I really love this card. I love how I made a masculine card, super masculine. this one too. This golf club is a little bit taller, but I did cut it a little bit off because of the angle that I'm coming in. It's roughly 5.5 inch. If you put it at an angle, it can still fit full two on your A2 card. This little golf ball is about an inch, which is so fun. And it has a layer in the back. So if you want more detail on that golf ball, you can use a different color cardstock in the back. Here I have fog and white. You could also use maybe a darker gray to give more of a shadow look. Look at the little T too. Two types of T. This is the pole for the golf club. That's the bottom of the golf club. This is coming into forest cardstock from the Essential cardstock. Love, 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 love. The gray in the back, that is from my stash. I did use some basil textured cardstock. I was trying to go a different gray from the graphite that I have here. The golf club is also treasured cardstock. The silver pack is an assorted pack of specialty cardstock, and I'm using the matte silver. These fabulous sentiments. That's the caboodle bonus, fairways and fishtails. One of the longest sentiments is have a hole-in-one kind of day. If I had left it at full length, it could fit right here. But I wanted it up here, so what I did was just clip it, which I think is fun when you make it 2 layers actually. The rest of the sentiments are over here. This is glimmered on black cardstock matte silver hot foil roll. Wanted to take a moment because I have been having so much fun. If you want to glimmer on black cardstock, normally I recommend the Dilutions Journal, which I've been loving that one too. It is a darker black, but this is working out great. This is the scrapbook.com heavyweight mixed media paper pad. 15 sheets, comes in different sizes too. You can get the A2 size. I like this 8.5 by 11. It is smooth and you just glimmer on the smoothest side. Works fabulously. 140 pounds. So why I like it is because I don't have to reinforce what I glimmer. I used to have to reinforce the paper, but this is nice and thick. It has its own natural height on here. You don't have to pop it up any further because it's 140 pound cardstock. Reeling the good life over here for fishing. May the fairways be with you. That was another one, but I did like the hole-in-one kind of day. And crafters, all I do with this, seeing that I have so many of them, I put them in little Ziploc bags. I love these Ziploc 4mm bags from Amazon. I'll put a link below for the bags. This is a 3x4 inch. The most popular I use for something like this is 3x3. Because if I'm going to glimmer this, I can come back to it even a year from now. It's still fine. And then I put it all in a little bin and they just stack on top of each other and they're quite fine. But I like the 4mm bag because it is thick and it keeps this straight. Okay, so this is 3x4 inch. Like I said, I like to use those 3x3 inch. That's the most common one to fit a lot of these sentiments here. When I have extras, I just keep it like that. Just a little tip so you don't have to throw it away or misplace it. I keep them all together. For the background, I'm using one of my favorite dies. Perfect Touch Rectangles. Largest die in here is an A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. The second layer is right here. I do have my 3D foam popping up to give little height differential. Lots of fun. I love this card. And I'm so happy I was able to make a masculine card. Yay. Alrighty. Loving the small die of the month. Now let's have some fun with the 4-for-1. Large die of the month. Okay, crafters, here is the large die of the month with the flowers, the dino, the dog. 3 cards I made. First card, love, love, love. Look at the flowers. I made a little flower arrangement. You get a large flower, small flower. This detail goes on the edges of the large flower. This is the center for both flowers. This is that piece that goes in there inside the bud. And here is the foliage base that you build the flower on. Another foliage base that you build this little bud on, which is coming over here. So lots of fun with this little set right here. It's a really cute set. Then look at these lovely leaves too. This is featuring indigo cardstock, cosmic sky, rainforest, classic white, saffron. I still don't know these colors. The blue is Cascade. Celestial could also work. And then there's that indigo. Love. And you see the cosmic sky. So I'm using this little palette right here. Isn't that fun? The swatch die set is also part of the color wheel cardstock too. I had this idea of like a black and white background and then the blue flowers. In the background here, what you're seeing is the beautiful Better Press of the Month. Quilted Memories press plate. Love. This is a nice, delicate background. Here you're seeing it pressed out. Cotton card with Thunder Better Press ink. the gray Better Press ink. So it looks like black, but not so bright. That's why I like the gray. If I did this in black Better Press ink, then it would be much more contrast, much more detail. But it just dials it down a bit when you use the Thunder Better Press ink. Love, love, love. I was using the large DIY pad. It does come with 2 sentiments and a coordinating die to cut out those sentiments, okay? So super pretty. To finish up this card, I came in with a few things. Fresh pick labels and tag. This one has been going on super sale a lot lately. The largest die is in A2. I came into one of the smaller ones right here in white cardstock, just to have a place where you can see the flowers and not see the detail. It's not competing. Your eyes will go here to the flowers, the sentiment, then that background. This is a nice foundation die for that, and it was wide enough for me to build a nice, healthy floral arrangement on it, and even have space for the sentiment. The sentiment is the French Sentiments press plate and die. I will link my International Sentiments collection video here so you can see the 4 languages: French, Italian, Spanish, and German, both in Better Press and dies. Press or glimmer, and then die cut once. You get 10 sentiments. Love the little small sentiment, je t'aime. Love, 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 love. This is black Better Press ink. So you see the difference between black and the gray right there. But you see how you can definitely see that because that's gray in the back. Love that too. And lastly, for my card base, I'm coming into 2 favorites of mine. Precision Layering A2 sets A and B. Largest die in set A is your A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. That's in black cardstock. The largest die in set B is 1/8 of an inch shorter. That's what you see here cutting out that panel, which is really 1/16 of an inch on each side. Why I like to use this set, especially when it comes to Better Press backgrounds, glimmer. I have this version to use on a upcoming project. This is the new 2-2 color wheel cardstock with matte silver hot foil roll, same Better Press background. Isn't that gorgeous? Leave it on your glimmer machine just a little bit longer and you'll have a beautiful background like this. Love. If I was to use a trimmer, it's not even straight because I can tell it's shifting this way. I will bring on one of these dies and cut it out. Let's say I wanted to go a little bit in, like so. I can pick where I want it to land and straighten out the image perfectly. You see what I mean? As opposed to using a trimmer and not getting it right. It starts to go wonky for me every time I try to cut it with a trimmer. Let's say I wanted only 2 tiles. I'll put the die on like this and I'll be like, okay, I'm getting 2 tiles. Oh, too much flower here. Shift it over a little bit and I even it out. You see what I just did? That's why I love using a die on these backgrounds. And that's what I did here. This is a great set. It goes on sale from time to time. Put it in your wish list if you don't own it already. For a die set that I have used a million times, you notice that it's still laying flat too. Yeah, thumbs up. I do have another brand of this type of style with the rectangles. It's all bendy and weird. This stays straight and it can handle the Platinum 6 with the pressure, okay? Love. So that's card 1, finished off with some silver mixed gems, the solid silver part. This will be some sort of pink floral card, I can tell you right now, because I love this background. It needs flowers. Speaking of 2-2 cardstock. That's that background with the glimmer, which could also work here with the cute little dinosaur in the 2-2. The arch with that label and lots of fun with my girly dinosaur. So this is my girly card now. Definitely girly, featuring that beautiful 2-2 cardstock. And I went all 2-2 out with it. Love this color. So it's 2-2 and Dahlia. Okay? No, it's actually, is it blush? Hold on. Oh, oops. Ooh, crafters, help me. See, I don't know this new color. Okay, this is actually blush. I have multiples of blush, multiples of 2-2. Dahlia is the same as it was before, so it's the same. But these two together, that could have worked, but I wanted more contrast, so I came in with blush on the outside. Don't listen to me when I said 2-2. And Dahlia here, okay? This is Fog cardstock for the gray. She is she Seaside or Waterfall? She's Waterfall and Teal Topaz. You can see that I definitely need that. I thought this was 2-2. No, this is blush. Isn't blush gorgeous? It looks completely different here than here though, right? This is a A2 card. The background is featuring the stitch die of the month, Diamond Knit Dies. I was in a pinch here where I didn't have a lot of time to do a lot of stitching, so I decided I'm going to do a card without stitching for my example. And I'm loving it without the stitching. I'm loving all this detail. This detail is what led to all of this going on in here because of all that dot, dot, dot detail with it. Here you're going to stitch like a checkered style. I'm showing you the graphic here of what it's intended to look like if you stitch on it. If you don't stitch on it and just run it through your Platinum 6, then you get this. Lots of great detail, lots of embossing, lots of texture. I think it's fabulous. I think it's like a plaid detail when you don't do the stitching here. It's looking like that to me. Great background. And then for the back layer, I came into precision layering, the largest die, the A2, and they layer perfectly on top of each other. Love. So again, blush and dahlia. Let me not forget that. It's not tutu. This little layer, let me measure this little open detail. 3.5 inch tall by 2 3/4 inch wide. You could use this layer and turn it into a frame or make a shaker too with the two, okay? So that could have also been another choice, but I liked blush and dahlia thing. I was just stacking them on top of each other and finished it off again with blush. Now, if you're noticing, I purposely left it with the dot detail and I came into another set of dot detail. This is from the new Simple Stories Vintage Flower Shop collection. This is the detail. It's 6 inches long for the stitch and dot scallop border die. I use this bit with the dot detail because of everything here, and I'm using it as grounding for her. She measures 2 inches tall by about 2 to 2 1/4 because she comes out like this. So super cute. So it will fit with a little bit of space still left inside here. Love. For her skirt, I could have just cut it out of cardstock, but no, she needed fluff. She needed fun. So I came in with Spellbinders pop-up glitter foam. I've been having fun with my glitter foam lately. So this is the silver pop-up glitter foam. Die cuts like a dream. You can still even see the pleats, but it does have a little bit of rise. Even when you run it through the Platinum 6, it pops up back. Well, I did run this actually through the Scout. This little small part was actually through the Platinum Scout. Everything fits through it. I have like one of every color of the pop-up foam. There is red, white, black, silver, green, gold, rose gold, and I don't know what this is, dark copper, something like that. I bought all of them. They're fabulous. So I think it adds fun to her little skirt. Picked up the pleat detail and even the waistline. Then I cut the crown, and because this was so glitterati, I decided to put some gems from my stash. These are glitter drops from my stash. And then I even put some here on the skirt. This is silver mixed gems, the solid part on the outside here, just to fill out that open space. Because you see how it looks? I think it looks better with the little drops. For the sentiment, I wanted a small sentiment that could fit right there. I love Better Press for that. Cheers to you. I'm using the Valentine Happy Hour Sentiments press plate and die. This is from the Love on the Rocks collection. I'll link my video here so you can take a look at that one with the short glass that goes along with the Happy Hour collection. That's the sentiments. You press or glimmer die cut once this is pressed out. Porcelain cotton card with black Better Press ink. Cheers to you. I think that's so cute. And it fits right in here in my little humps going along here. When you see me talking like this, you know I had fun with this card. I just kept on going and having fun. She's popped up off of that card base. I think this Better Press of the month is gorgeous, whether you don't have time to stitch it or time to stitch it. I think this is a fabulous card. So I'm going to put this in my foundation rotation. I think it's great. Love, 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 love. Diamond knit, and you get 2 sentiments too. These are those die sentiments. Cheers to you, and you inspire me. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Card number 3 is my dog. This is Tori. She looks like this actually, which is so fun. She just has a little bit of brown around her eyes, but she is black and white. She's just the cutest little thing. So this dog is just so super sweet. 2 1/4 inch tall by 1.5 inch wide. The dog is constructed with these 3 dies. There's a bone, that's a tongue for the dog, and then there's slippers and that hat. There are some examples where you have the slippers over here and the hat. Because Tori is a girl, after making these masculine cards, I wanted to go back girly. In the background here, the beauty that you see. Beautiful little chain link fence with the flowers. This is the 3D embossing folder of the month. Floral Fence of Togetherness. This is pretty. You can use this one for Mother's Day too. So super duper pretty. Love, love, love. 5.5 inch wide, 8.5 inch tall. You would use universal plate system. Here it is on black cardstock. In the background, I use the same precision layering A2 die for gray out here. And then this is the 1/8 of an inch, the largest die from set B, to cut this out. And then I embossed it in black. So I brought the black in because of Tori. So to make her feminine, before I made this example, I had pressed out on the new, which I did ruin it, but I did save it over here actually, but I did press on Bellini. I used some ink that was kind of close to this color, the peach color. It didn't look good. The color I used for the ink was closer to this. It wasn't looking so fabulous together. Like the cinnamon with the Bellini pressed out. So I said, you know what? Let me save it. I came on with some gray distress ink and inked the whole thing. Then use it as a background for Tori. And you see here, by using this piece as a frame, I could just put a piece of acetate and also have turned it into a shaker. But Tori didn't want all that drama. She wants to be just in her little garden. Okay? So, to have my dog in her garden, I'm coming into my set, the garden wreath add-on. All I'm using is up here, my small flowers. I've been using this one a lot lately, and my greens. And you'll be seeing me coming back around here again because I've been having fun. Anytime I think it turns into spring or the beginning of the year, I keep going for my garden wreath add-on. This is another example of it. You're seeing both Bellini and coral for the flowers. Isn't that pretty? In the centers, I believe this is gold mixed gem, the crystal part. If it's not the gold mixed gems, then it's a gold gem from my stash for the centers, okay? And the leaves, rainforest for that. This little branch piece is still coming into my set. I'm using this right here just for some extra foliage to bring it up higher. Love, 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 love this card. For the sentiment, I'm using Shine Bright sentiment strips. You press or glimmer, die cut once. Here I have The World Needs More of You. If she could read, she'd be like, thanks, Mom. Oh, goodness. Maybe she does because she understands everything else. She even knows what the ringtone is. When the ringtone goes off, oh, somebody's at the door? So crafters, here are my 3 cards. You see the 4 for 1 with the large die of the month? You could use this little foundation piece alone. That's why I call it 4 for 1. Dog, dinosaur, flowers, 4 separate things, and then that foundation die. 2 thumbs up, Josie, for giving us a set that can really be put in my rotation all year round. Really and truly. You can use this for little kids cards. You have a toddler party to go to, go back into that. The dog, go back into that one. Flowers for the adult, all from one set. And then this gives you that little focal point. Love. So it's a self-contained, comprehensive, large die of the month that's not competing with all the dad. Up next, 2 more clubs. This is the wax seal of the month. It has a waffle detail with a sort of a deco look. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. This is a standard 1-inch round wax seal stamp. If you subscribe to the wax seal of the month, you will also get a bag of wax beads. If you subscribe to the glimmer of the month, you'll also get a glimmer hot foil roll, which this month looks like prism. I'm not sure which wax bead you'll get, but you get a bag, full bag of 100 beads. Yay. This is the must-have wax bead with the basic white, silver, black, and gold. Here I'm using 2 whites, the solid white and the pearl white for my wax seal. So super pretty right here. I came into a wax seal standalone die and the 2D embossing folder of the month, which is Mosaic Memories. 5.5 inch wide, 8.5 inch tall. It has a muted look to it. It's not competing so much with everything. So notice I built the flowers here, but you can still see the flowers. So you could still use this 2D with these flowers too. This has more pop and detail than this. This is more soft. White A2 card panel, embossed it, then came on with some pink and some other pink ink from my stash. This is Altenew Fresh Dye ink. To offer more interest in the background, I decided to do some splatter. I have 2 types of splatter, black acrylic paint and black watercolor. The black watercolor went on like this. It dried gray. Wasn't successful, so then I had to come on back again and take out the black acrylic. That's why you're seeing both gray and black, but I made it work. The flowers is actually a Christmas set. This is sealed Christmas sprig. Love this little wax seal floral set, which doesn't even have to be for only wax seal, but it really does have the length. You could also crop them down too if you just want to use the rose part. It has a poinsettia and this rose detail. The gray cardstock for the stems is Anchor. And then the pink flowers, I had to go into my stash because of the ink color. Inside, I use from the treasured cardstock for the center. So these little roses are all year round. Even though this is a Christmas set, I love this look. Then now for the sentiment to finish the card, I'm coming into Bestie's Sentiment, Press Plate and Die. Love, love, love started going on sale. Presser Glimmer, die cut once. This is from the Beads of Friendship collection. If I have any links left, I'll link it here. This is fun because there are sentiments that work for both best friend and then general things. There is one of them that's a travel one that is like, oh, fabulous. It has a lot of unique sentiments too. So that's the wax seal and the 2D embossing folder. And lastly, crafters, I did shop my stash. There's a whole bunch of product here. I don't know why, but there is. But you may have some of these goodies in your stash. So this is To My Brother, You're My Hero. So it doesn't always have to be dad, father. You could also do this style of card. And I made it like a military style. What you see here is a glimmer of the month. We are all family hot foil plate. You glimmer this and then die cut it, and it has those sentiments, mom, and dad. Let me show you what the sentiments look like. Here I'm using some mint tape just to hold it down. I would not use yellow tape back here because once I pull it, it may tear the cardstock. So I'm just temporarily holding it, and I popped out these two. So now you can see everything that's in the glimmer of the month here. I had a lot of options. It was like, To My Brother, thanks for everything. Forever my role model. Your hugs are the best. You could just stack a bunch of these sentiments too if you want to just keep on going. To my lifelong friend. Sister to my friend. And then forever my partner in crime. That could be one too if you and your brother are partners in crime. And then in the background here on this A2 card, what you're seeing is the stencil of the month, Mosaic and Quilted Memories stencil. This is a 5-count stencil with 2 styles. I'm showing you the graphic here of the 2 styles. One style is reminiscent of the Better Press flower, and then this one is reminiscent of the 2D embossing folder, just in a stencil set. Did I try this on here? No. Maybe I should have. I'm not sure if this fits this. Maybe it does. Then you could stencil on this, but I'm not 100% sure. So don't quote me on that one, but it looks like it could fit. And then now to finish off my card, I just had this whole military idea. I've been wanting to use this set though, actually. So this was my excuse to do it. In the background, I'm coming in with the Notch Corner Frames die. Largest die is an A2. That's in green cardstock. Then the second layer is here. Cutting this out, blue-gray ink and a green ink, and then I just put blue all the way over it. It's all this blue-gray colorway, so it's not popping bright, but you could dial up the colorway if you want to make it a different style. So this is a very neutral image. It's almost like a mod tile. Very pretty. For this little detail for the foundation to put my boots and my little dog tags on, I'm coming into Essential Stylish Ovals. Love this die. If you have essential modern ovals, but you need something sometimes that's not so long and narrow, this is a great set to have. 16 dies. It goes on super sale, and when it's on super sale, it's a steal just to have as a great foundation in your stash. Largest die in here is an A2. I'm coming roughly in here for my oval. Then I built on top of my oval. From the storytelling collection, all 3 of these items come from the Wonder Boots, Badge of Honor, and there's also the My Hero word die. Huge collection, and these were on super sale the other day, so you can put them in your wish list. If the My Hero here is too small and you want something bigger, there is this option as well, the word die with the outline as well, okay? So that's something you can incorporate with this whole kit club. I'm using the Wonder Boots die. So love, just cut 2 of everything here to make the boots. This is graphite, indigo, and fog essential cardstock for the boots. I did use a lot of silver treasured cardstock with the golf club, what you saw here. It's 15 sheets, 5 styles, 3 sheets each. Glitter metallic, matte metallic, brush metallic, mirror metallic, pearl. You saw the matte metallic on the golf club. In the center of these flowers is the glitter metallic right there. Over here, this is why I'm bringing it out, is the matte metallic and pearl metallic down here. This is great for your masculine cards too. It does have a little bit of shimmer, but not so much to be like, why are you giving me a sparkly card? It's not like that look, okay? So it works great on the dog tag, which comes from the Badges of Honor die set. I've been dying to use this. So you can use this version. This version, I stayed up here and cut 2 of this and then 1 of that, and you just loop it through. And I popped it up and have it here to my brother, you're my hero. Alrighty, crafters, that is it for this fabulous kit club. Let's take a look at Suzanne's masculine cards. Surprised that I could make them and they look actually masculine. Of course, I had to dial back myself and go back feminine very quickly. Love down here. And look at Tori too. So I have 7 cards. This is another Kit Club Josie. If you have a need for any of these, this is the set to get with the small die of the month. This is a great one to add to your stash with the large die of the month. 2 completely different characters, that little window, and then the flowers. So this is like a 4-for-1 die set. And when you purchase it in Kit Club, it's a steal at that point. Alrighty, crafters, everything will be detailed and linked below. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you got inspired. If you do get this club, you're going to get a lot of fun sentiments too. Unique ones as well. Use them over and over again. One and done sets. That's what mom and dad looks like when you glimmer it out. Isn't that fun too? Alrighty, crafters. Until the next video, stay crafty, my friends. Bye.